Lacey, your Miss Auburn's Outstanding Teen, and you're watching the Astute Tourist channel.
Hi guys, this is Mr. Tranquilo and you are watching the Astute Tourist channel. Enjoy it.
Hello, my name is Margo. I'm from Weymouth, Massachusetts, and you are watching the Astute Tourist channel.
My name is Kurt Wilson. I'm from Derry, New Hampshire, and I watch the Astute Tourist channel.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Barbara, and we're at the New Hampshire Grass Drags today.
We try to be.
All right, ready?
My name's Natalie, and I'm from Burdett, New York, and you're watching the Astute Tourist channel.
Perfect. Oh my.
What's going on with that? But good morning, everybody. I am Jimmy, your Astute Tourist. It is Wednesday. It's Hump Day, and we're doing a very special, well, I don't know how special, but it's Hump Day Cup of Joe versus Hump Day Cocktail Hour. Good morning to everybody. Thank you for coming in. We had a busy day yesterday, but we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to run right over the chat. It is August 9th, by the way, 2022, and I want to say good morning to all our friends, all our defenders of liberty and freedom, and our keepers of the faith. Good morning to all of you. Our good friend John Gaylor from the Gaylors is here. Good morning, John, and thank you. And he's asking everybody to stop over and visit our sponsor, which we appreciate that, John. Thank you for that. Great moderator. I appreciate your help. Good morning to Shirley from Glitter World. Good morning, Shirley. Sending out glitter bombs to you, my friend. I hope all is well. Chillin' Charlie made it. He is here today. I like the new logo. I love it. That's awesome. Scott from Controversial Cruising is here again. Good morning to you, my friend. Good early morning to you. He's at 3 hours difference from us, so it's the birds haven't even woken up where Scott's at. Good morning, though, my friend. Thanks for coming in. Everybody's saying good morning. Law Jones is here. Good morning, Law. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate you guys. Charlie says good morning. Jimmy in chat. Everybody is saying good morning. Law says, Charlie, you got a new clock. I love it. Buddy Briggs Adventures is here. Hey, buddy. How's everything going? Every day is Hump Day. Right on, brother. I'll back you up on that one. Everybody is in your neck of the woods. That's great. I mean, this the beauty of this thing called YouTube Live. We're all in everybody's house right now. Good morning to Paul S. Vines, PSV Odyssey. Good morning to you. Thank you for dropping in. Denise is here from Bone Tired Travelers. Good morning. Good morning. We're running through. Buddy says, I'm doing better than you're doing better than me this morning. You said it's 20. Did I really? Wow. August 9th, 2023. I am tired today. And again, we'll talk about that in a minute. Everybody is saying hi. So forgive me. It is 2023. It's August 9th. Usually when I do Hump Day, the cocktail hour, I tell everybody good morning because I do, what do I do? 4 lives in the morning and then usually the Hump Day at night. Let's get business out of the way. Good morning, everybody. Best sip of the day. Cheers. Nice hot cup of coffee. Fantastic. So good. But good morning, everybody. Normally we do our Hump Day Cocktail Hour on Wednesdays, but I will be at our sponsor's headquarters, Revive Furniture and Home Decor. They have asked me to come in and do some filming for them. They're having a special evening tonight. They're having an open house, a VIP open house, so it's invite only, and they want me to capture it all on film and some other things, so we can maybe make a new commercial. So Denise is saying she has a brother and a son named Scott. Very good. Yeah, so we'll be there tonight. Someone suggested maybe doing a live there tonight. I don't know. There'll be a lot going on, depending on what's happening and how busy I am. You never know. We may come up for a little bit, but I'm not promising anything. So, okay. So yes, I am a little out of sorts this morning. I was up late. Yesterday was a huge day. If you were with us yesterday, we talked about my goings on for yesterday. So we had a presidential candidate come into town. We've been preparing since probably last week for his arrival, and a lot goes into these rallies for these candidates that run for president. There's a lot going on, and especially with Secret Service and security and the logistics behind it. It was very, very, it was very good. It was involved. It got slightly hectic at times, a good kind of hectic. Does that make sense? I enjoyed it. I'll be honest. It was a lot of work. The Secret Service folks are fantastic. I don't think I've met a better group of people. They're just very respectful, and they're accommodating, and they pretty much do everything that's, that we require them to do, because us being the authority having jurisdiction in the town, we the law kicks in. So we yeah, Charlie, it was busy. Believe me, we had almost 2,000 spectators come in to the auditorium there, and one of my responsibilities, being the life safety chief, is that I can only limit, or I have to limit, the occupancy load to what the room can hold, which is just about 2,000 people. And people lined up at 8 a.m. in the morning to get into this event, and it was pouring rain. No, I did not get a pin. They don't do that anymore. Excuse me. They don't hand out pins anymore. They're only for the Secret Service. But I did get a credential, like you backstage kind of a pass thing. So I do have that as a little keepsake from the day. I did not get to meet the candidate, but which is fine. They'll be back, I'm sure, to this state, because we are the first in the nation primary. All the presidential candidates come here, and yes, exactly like a press pass. Mine says staff on it. It's called a credential, but it looks just like the press pass. It hangs on a lanyard. I didn't have to wear it around my neck. They were pretty much used to seeing me since we were in and out of there for several days. Yes, law. Yep, on a lanyard. And they were pretty much used to seeing me. I had carte blanche. I could go anywhere, including the backstage areas where the candidate was and his staff. Like I said, Secret Service were awesome. There was also a private security company there. You should see these guys. Talk about steroids and tattoos. Man, oh man, I would not want to face these guys on the other side of the fence. Very, very good group of guys, though. They were there for me, honestly. I mean, not just for my security, but anything that I needed. If people got out of hand, or they were, part of my job is to make sure that all the egresses are open, the exits aren't blocked. We have the right amount of people And not that anybody did, because everybody was well behaved, but they were there just in case. It was hot in the auditorium. It was rainy and humid, and the temperatures were around 86 degrees outside, and there was no air conditioning inside the auditorium. Can you believe it? We were hoping they were going to bring in those big portable trucks, which they should have, but they did not. It was very, very, very hot in there, and we were in there all day. The reason I mention that is because I had a staff of 5 with me that were there strictly to assist me, but they were there strictly for EMS issues. The whole day we had a total of 7. That was it. 7 EMS, and they were evaluations. There were no transports. Once we checked the folks out and got them back in order, they went back to the rally. A few heats. One guy needed a Band-Aid because he scratched or opened up a scratch on his leg that was a wound that he had prior. That was it. Almost 2,000 people. It was probably 100 degrees inside, humid, and we had 7 evals. I'm very proud of the fact that went that smoothly. For the most part, the folks there that came to the rally were very well behaved. I'm talking about, 1,900 very proud American people just like us that were there, and they were well behaved. They they thanked all of us. Any people that we saw, they were thanking us for what we do, which is nice. It's good to hear. It's just like when I say at the end of our streams every day to thank a first responder and a veteran. Sometimes we don't always hear it, and it's nice. It's nice to be appreciated. But it was a good time. Some of the older people that I was working with within my organization are like, God, I hope they don't come back. And I was just the opposite. I said, I would love to see this again. I kind of revel in this. It's a challenge, and it keeps me busy, and it keeps me on my toes and thinking. And one of the hardest things I had to do is when we made the count, we had seating for 1,880 people. That didn't include the media that was there. The media was crazy. They were everywhere. Didn't include them, employees of the auditorium, Secret Service and staff. The hardest thing I had to do was stop them at the door from coming in. I mean, I didn't have to. I told Secret Service, that's it. We're at capacity, and you can't let anybody else in. And there was a huge line still out the door. People had come from all around to come and see and be part of this rally. And it was crazy. And I felt bad for those folks. But again, my job is to make sure that I protect everybody. And by protecting everybody, we have to limit the occupant load within the auditorium. So they'd make perfect truckies. Yeah, you should have seen these guys, John. They were huge. These guys were just massive. And guys you don't want to mess with, let me tell you. So yes, the 2,000, typically so we had seating for 1,880. The room will hold 2,000. So we could have, if we had 2,000 seats, we could have put 2,000 people in there plus Secret Service and the staff and all of that. So no, the room capacity was 2,000, but because of there was a stage for the candidate and the dignitaries and that, and then there was a big stage in the back for all the media and CNN and Real America News and Right Side Broadcasting, OANN was there, our local television station, Fox News, all of them were there. So they needed their place. So once they had their areas set up and the stage was set up, we had bleachers and then seating on the floor. That equaled about 1,880 seats. So, but if we did have seating for 2,000, we would have put 2,000 folks there plus Secret Service and the staff. So usually we don't include the staff and employees in that. So, and that depends. I mean, how many employees would they have? But all in all, it was a good day. It went off without a hitch. It was good to see, you know how patriotic I am. There were American flags everywhere and people singing the anthem and Pledge of Allegiance. And it was awesome. I couldn't be more proud of the folks that showed up. And what was the topics? If you've witnessed any of his other rallies, his topics were pretty much the same. You know, I need to be careful because we are live on YouTube, and I don't want to get too political, but foreign adversaries like big companies and big countries. Of course, he has nothing good to say about the present administration. He was there to celebrate veterans. There were a lot of New Hampshire veterans there. So he talked a lot about the veterans and things that he's going to do. Here in New Hampshire, our VA here is terrible. And he talked about if and when he gets reelected, that he's going to build a new VA here in the state, which would be a great thing because, look, we don't celebrate and offer our veterans enough. So it was a good thing. And, the usual stuff that talked about some of his legal things and that. So, but overall, it was a good day, very upbeat. And it was fun. It was a lot of fun for me. Like I said, I kind of like that. Keeps you on your toes. It's very challenging for me, and I feed off of that. So it was a good time. Busy day, but I'm tired. I was on my feet all day. I don't think I got a chance to sit down all day. I leaned on a couple things. They have a lot of those bike rack barrier things. I leaned on a couple of them, but I did not sit down. So, but it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So, Matt from Backlash Fisherman is here. Good morning, Matt. See you. Good to see you. And happy wedding anniversary, 15 years to you and Coastal. Right on. Awesome, my friend. Enjoy. So you leave for Southeast Fire Convention. That's right. You said you were going to that. Take plenty of pictures. Right, Charlie? I'm not a fan either. Chicken noodle news is what I call them. They're the worst. They are the worst. I don't watch mainstream media. I've given up on them. I tune into things like, when I get ready for our live streams in the morning, I tune into One American News Network and Real America's Voice. I don't know if anybody's familiar with those, but I think you should check them out. Both of them are Christian based, and not that I'm a spiritual guy by any means, but I think it's a good thing. In their news, they don't editorialize a lot of stuff. They just tell the news, the real news. Mainstream media has become an outlet for the heads, this guy. Well, I think blah, blah, blah. And, my opinion is blah, blah, blah. And I, blah, blah, blah. And then the other guys, well, I think blah, blah, blah. Just give me the news. I don't care about your opinion. I want to know what's really going on in the world. So I don't tune into those guys. So it was hard at first to find some news outlets that give you what's going on, but they're out there. You can find them. They're out there. And like I said, I'm not they're not sponsors of me or anything, but those are the two big ones that I go to and I watch. So One American News Network, and Real America's Voice. There's also one that I found here on YouTube that they do lives, and forgive me, I can't think of it. The host's name is Gary, and it's like the NNN News Network or something. But they're really good too. He's a funny guy. I think he's just a regular dude like us, and he started his own news network right here on YouTube. And he is great, and he tells it like it is. I like it. So John's going to take out the trash. There's always chores to do. Okay, so speaking of news, why don't we do this? This Week in History. This Week in History is brought to you by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Check them out at revivefurnitureandhomedecor.com. They make decorating easy. It is August 9th, 2023. And this week, or this day in history, we're going to go all the way back in time to 1173. In Pisa, Italy, construction began on a bell tower that became internationally famous as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Little construction mishap, I guess. In 1814, defeated by U.S. General Andrew Jackson, the Creek Indians signed the Treaty of Fort Jackson, requiring them to cede 23 million acres of land, comprising more than half of Alabama and part of southern Georgia. In 1854, Henry David Thoreau masterwork Walden was published. In 1896, Russian dancer and innovative choreographer Leonid Messine, one of the most important figures of the 20th century dance, was born in Moscow. Happy birthday. In 1945, on this day, the second atomic bomb was dropped in Japan by the United States in World War II, struck the city of Nagasaki. Craziness. Colleen and I watched an old film that was made after the fact of them. Of course, they weren't really hip to all of the radiation and what it really could do either. So they were in the areas of Ground Zero filming it days after the bomb had hit in both Nagasaki and Hiroshima. It's amazing the amount of devastation. Miles. I think it's even 3 miles out from Ground Zero, things were just destroyed. Power of the atom. Crazy. In 1969, American actress Sharon Tate and 4 others were murdered by followers of Charles Manson, leader of a communal religious cult known as the Family. In 1974, and we talked about this yesterday, his predecessor, Gerald R. Ford, was sworn in as President of the United States, succeeding Richard Nixon, who had resigned the day before. In 1988, Canadian hockey player Wayne Gretzky was traded from the Edmonton Oilers to the Los Angeles Kings, a deal that shocked the sports world and stunned his home country, where he was a national icon. In 1995, American musician Jerry Garcia, who personified the hippie counterculture for 3 decades as the mellow leader of the rock band, the Grateful Dead, died of a heart attack at age 53. 53. I'm sure the guy led a very hard life in terms of the things that he did to his body. Maybe that attributed to his early demise. I don't know. Good morning to Chet. and Robin from Sea Lake Journeys. Good to see you guys. Good morning, Sharon. Good to see you. I'm just looking at the chat over there. In 2014, Michael Brown, an unarmed African-American teenager, was fatally shot by a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri, resulting in days of civil unrest and protest fueled by tension between Ferguson's predominantly black population and its predominantly white government and police department. Notable birthdays: P.L. Travers, a British author, was born in 1899. 1963, Whitney Houston was born on this day, American singer and actress. 1967, Deion Sanders, American football and baseball player, was born. 1968, Gillian Anderson. Again, my feeble attempt at doing the X-Files song. She was born today. Happy birthday. In 1976, Audrey Tautou, French actress, was born. Forgive me if I butchered her name. And Amedeo Avogadro was born. He was an Italian physicist. He was born in 1776 on this day. So happy birthday to all of them. The featured event today: in 48 BCE, Pompeii was defeated by Julius Caesar at the Battle of Pharsalus. During the Roman Civil War of 49 to 45 BCE, Julius Caesar troops on this day in 48 decisive defeated the army of Pompey at the Battle of Pharsalus, causing Pompey to flee to Egypt, where he was subsequently murdered. Et tu, Brute. And then, let's see, what else do we have? I got a couple other things we'll do in the news. A flight was delayed after bear escapes from crate. So this is some crazy news stuff, not necessarily what happened on this day. Flight was delayed after bear escapes from crate in cargo hold. Although passengers were disgruntled, Iraqi Airways says it was not to blame for the animal's escape. Can you imagine being on a plane, finding out there's a bear crawling around in there? Creature Seekers Center hopes drones will aid massive Loch Ness monster search. The Loch Ness Center is looking for monster hunters as it hopes technology will search the waters for Nessie in a way that has never been done before, using drones. And there you go. There you have it. There you have it. This has been This Week in History. And always, This Week in History is sponsored by Revive Furniture and Home Decor. Revive Furniture and Home Decor, making decorating easy. You should go over and check them out. They have a lot of great stuff, and you can order things online and order things mail order. They do live streams. They're on Shopify. Check out their Facebook page. Revive Furniture and Home Decor. We make decorating easy. Check them out, and thank you to them. Radio Jonesy is here. Good morning to you. I did not lose electricity last night, but we had crazy thunderstorms. The thunder was loud, and it was close by. I don't know if there were any lightning strikes or not in the area, but we did not, thank goodness, did not lose power. Better than snakes, John says. Yeah, right. What's the deal with the cargo hold? The people aren't in that area anyway, are they? You never know. No, Iraqi Airlines. Maybe they're all in one big area on the plane. I don't know. No one can get privacy anymore. Not even Nessie. Right? Poor Nessie, just trying to chill. Trying to chill in her big lock. Now they're gonna try to look for her using drones. They've been trying to find this thing for how many hundreds of years? They're not gonna find anything. Do you believe that there's something in Loch Ness? Anything is possible, I guess. Good morning to Bamanola Adventures. Good morning, Billy. I really love that picture. It's a great family picture. Charlie says, I like the type of decor, and we'll be checking them out. Thank you, my friend. Honestly, they have some great stuff, and they're always updating and what's the word I'm looking for? Rotating their stock. Right now, believe it or not, they're putting out Halloween and fall stuff. It won't be long. Speaking of Halloween, what's the count now? I have to get up my hub. Gonna pull up the hub. 81 days and counting until the booze cruise. So there you go. But yeah, they got all the fall stuff and all of that. John says, yeah, thunder and lightning our way. It was loud, John. My goodness, how loud it was. The dogs were freaking out. Sharon says, for the last 2 nights, we lost electricity at 6:15 p.m. It was hot for 4 hours last night. Yeah, well, if you lose your electricity, right? No AC. Tell Jody to fix the generator. Jody, if you're listening, fix the generator and the steps. That's an order from your chief. Fix the generator. Sharon was hot last night. Take care of your family. Paul says we had a battle of heaven and hell storm yesterday morning. Yeah, everybody's getting it, right? Crazy, man. Did it clear the air? Paul Lodge wants to know, Paul. I didn't even say good morning to my mom. Mom's here? I'm just too busy doing the news. Is she here? Well, there she is. Morning, Mom. Hope you and Dad are doing well. How's the weather in Central Florida? It's probably hot and sticky. John says, yes, she is. Fantastic. I spoke with my mom the other day. Excuse me. They're doing good. Like I said, I'm tired from yesterday. Yeah, heat and drought, huh, Billy? We got to send the wet weather your way. The lawns must be nothing but mowing dust. Crazy. Jody ain't gonna do nothing because he's too sorry. Damn it, Jody. Charlie says it rained here yesterday, but today it's supposed to be 80 and sunny. I think today is supposed to be sunny. It looks a little overcast out there, but it was 101 in Central Florida yesterday. Yeah, a little too hot. A little too hot for you sexy senior citizens down there. Make sure you stay cool, Mom. Did you go in the pool? I know she's been going to the pool early, getting her steps in at the pool, which is good. Will I be heading to Florida again this winter? You never know. We don't have any definitive plans right now, but I would like to. We usually do that in the late winter. So it probably will be after after New Year's Day, after the new year sometime. But you never know. You never know. I haven't really thought that far ahead, John. When are you guys going down? Do you go down in what, November? or is it after Christmas? Jan and Travels, John and Nancy, they go down and they're snowbirds now, which is very good. Mom said, yes, I did. She went to the pool. Keep it up, Mom. Keep going to the pool. Denise says heat advisory there again. I'm not sure what the weather is going to be here today. I slept without my CPAP last night. I must have been snoring. Throat's a little scratchy. All right, let's check out the weather here for southern New Hampshire. It's 65 currently. It's going to be mostly cloudy today and 80 degrees for the high. Looks like we have a 66% chance of showers at 7 a.m. Looks like a good portion of the day will be cloudy until this evening, sometime around 5, 6 o'clock. It'll be partly cloudy. And then the sun will be out at 7 p.m., just in time for sunset. So there you go. That's what we're having here in southern New Hampshire. I hope the weather's good in your neck of the woods. I hope that Bam and Nola, Billy, you guys get some rain soon. It's going to be 92 in South Georgia. Feels like 106. January through March, they're hoping to do. So hopefully we'll get to come down and meet up with you guys. Maybe spend a whole day with you and not just a lunch time. Maybe we can visit around. But I still want to get together sometime soon and do a collab. Either have you guys come over this way. I do want to do a live stream with you. We need to plan on that sometime. You let me know what your schedule's like and what the best times and day it is for you. We certainly can do a Wednesday night, or it doesn't matter to me. You guys pick a night when you want to do it. An afternoon, a night, whatever it is, and we can do that. But we can also meet at our favorite buffet. They don't like Captain Billy J there. They lock him out. Jonesy, you take as many calls as you need, my friend. Still have to conduct business. Okay, so let's see. Where are we at? It is 39 minutes past the hour of 6 a.m. EST. It is August 9, 2023. I am Jimmy, your astute tourist. Good morning to all of you. I want to thank you all for joining us for our morning edition of Hump Day, Wednesday. No cocktails this morning. No cocktails this evening. Well, maybe. I don't know. They may be serving wine. That's what the girls do there. They put together a charcuterie board and serve wine. You know, when I was a kid, we just called them snacks. Now it's charcuterie. Nuts and fruits and crackers and cheese, and we just called them snacks. Get out the snacks. But now it's charcuterie. Do you make charcuterie boards? Does anybody have a charcuterie board? If you don't, you can get them at Revive Furniture and Home Decor. I know for a fact that they have them. I may or may not know someone that works there. Okay, Jonesy, this is it. Let's see. So I got to do the conversion. It's 41 minutes past the hour of 8 p.m. Good evening to all of you Australians and our friends in Tasmania that are joining us from all the way across the planet. They are down under. So good evening to all of you. Good evening and good day, mates. And thanks for joining us. How did I do? Did I get the time right? I think it is 8:41, right? PM, which would be 20:41 hours. what time do I work today? So I work from 7. I work from 8 to 4. And I will be on tomorrow morning. I will be. So my days are 8 to 4. We could do something when I get out of work. Obviously, tonight is not a good night because I'll be working at the furniture store. But Paul, you're not wrong. A little bourbon goes good in coffee. And if we were in the RV and camping, I definitely would consider that. But John, if you want to come on with us tomorrow, that's perfect. If you're better suited to do an afternoon, we could come up tomorrow afternoon when I get out of work. If you want, we could do a 5 or 6 o'clock live stream. I don't mind. The more, the merrier. Let's see. My sister and I sat out in the rain yesterday. It was so hot in the house. You said you were going to sit in the rain. As long as it's not thundering and lightning, Sharon, make sure of that. I keep getting weather alerts from Nola. Thought you were getting rain. He hasn't got any rain. Thank you, Jonesy. I did a good job. Okay. Right on. Billy says excessive heat warning remains in effect from 11 a.m. this morning to 7 p.m. Central Daylight Time this evening. Excessive heat watch remains in effect from Thursday morning through Thursday evening. Heat index is 120. Yikes. I hope it's hot when we go down to New Orleans in October, but not that hot. Not that hot. I feel like I'm forgetting something this morning. I don't know. Have you all checked out our latest video? I know we featured it yesterday. My history lesson for the day. Revolutionary Minute. Our latest is on the Battle of Bunker Hill. And the next one we're going to do, I think, on the Boston Massacre, or I may do it on the Declaration of Independence. Either or. The Boston Massacre, like I said, I was trying to go chronologically, sort of. But the massacre happened in 1770, so it was 5 years prior to Lexington and Concord and then Bunker Hill. So, but I want to get that message out. Mom says she has a warning also. How many time zones are there down under? Law is asking. John says, do you have any camping trips planned? We do, actually. We're going to be away. So I think September is the month we're going away. September has 5 weekends. We're going to be away the second weekend to the last weekend. Not the whole month. Well, the whole month, but I won't be taking the whole month off. Does that make sense? Just the weekends. So we have booked a particular campground here in the state up on Ossipee Lake. And we have 4 weekends in a row that we'll be there. Should be a lot of fun. I'll be doing some live streams from there. I did last year. We're doing those 4. And then early October, we're going to Old Orchard Beach in Maine. So we'll be up there for a weekend. And then that'll be it for our camping year. We haven't done much camping this year, but who knows? Maybe we may get another one. There was supposed to be one in November, but we will be on the Gulf of Mexico when our group here goes camping in that first weekend in November. So I'll take the Gulf of Mexico. over camping here in New England in November, mind you. The continental USA has 4 time zones. 3 times. So Jonesy says, yeah, 3 time zones. Here we got the Eastern, which is the East Coast, Western, which is the West Coast, obviously, and Central, which is the middle of the country. So it's similar to ours in a way. Although you guys are in the future. You're closer to tomorrow than we are. We're closer to yesterday than you, and you're closer to tomorrow than us. We're going camping October 14th through the 23rd on the Carnival Venezia. Right? That's your kind of camping, my friend. I like that camping. In New Zealand is in Eastern. Right, Sharon? That's a lot of people's kind of camping right there. There was a person who died for drinking too much water in 20 minutes. She drank 4 bottles of water too fast. That can happen. I had a friend of mine that went in the hospital. This guy was crazy. He was on this crazy weight exercise kick. He exercised so much and drank so much water that he went into kidney failure. Almost died. Crazy. Yeah, it's a lot warmer there, Paul, than it is here in November. November here in New England is normally is almost winter. You're definitely living in my future. You're definitely living in my future. I hope the day was good for you today. You didn't have to work too hard. Hope the weather's good. You hopefully getting some warmer days coming. You know, as we creep towards the end of your winter, I guess, and we're creeping towards the end of our summer here slowly. I do too, John. Just because there's snow on the ground doesn't mean you can't get the grill out. Grill. It's nothing like the great taste of charbroiled food. I love barbecue. I had a friend of mine call me last week. Him and his wife are planning on doing a cross-country drive, or almost cross-country. They're going to go from here, the East Coast, as far as, I think, Wyoming, and then travel south and go to Nashville, and then cross the lower part of the country and then back home. So he had known that Colleen and I had done a couple of those trips, and he was asking me, where are some of the notable places we should go? And, we talked about the Badlands and South Dakota and Iowa State Fair, of course, Mount Rushmore and places like that. He was mentioning St. Louis. And I said, yeah, we went to the St. Louis Arch. We went to this place called the City Museum, which was really cool. And I went to Kansas City, Kansas, Missouri. They're pretty much, the both cities are named the same. They abut each other, and they're split by the river. And I had to experience Kansas City barbecue. And he was like, oh my God, I didn't even think of that. He's a barbecue lover such as myself. And, we've had Southern barbecue. And how often do you get to eat Kansas City barbecue unless you live out there? Well, we did. Colleen and I stopped. We found a place. And forgive me, it's a famous place, and I can't think of the name. It's a guy's name. We went in there, and it was fantastic. Fantastic. Burnt ends and pork and brisket. Oh, it was just so good. So good. Sea Lake Journeys. We will be listening and driving and catching the replay. I'm trying to catch up. You can feel it change. Yeah, for sure. That's good though. Good for you. I love the warm weather. I tease Sean a lot because, of course, it's winter there, and I tease him about the cold weather, but we're gonna get it soon. So they quit carrying grilling supplies here when I like to hit my stride on grilling. Yeah, right. Exactly. So you have to stock up now. That way you'll prepare for when they take all the stuff out. There'll be Christmas trees and all that stuff hanging, decorations, and that's the place. Arthur something. That's the place, Paul. Arthur Bryant. Isn't that it? I think that's what it's called. I got to look it up now. Arthur Bryant's Barbecue Restaurant. Best barbecue in Kansas City. That's the place. That is the place. It was so good. That's it. Arthur Bryant's. Yep. So you're familiar, Paul. Have you been there? Oh, wait. I missed a couple here. As we did last year, we grilled ribeye steaks, and Jody let the steaks burn to a crisp. Man, my sister pitched a fit. Jody is never getting off the poop list. Damn it, Jody. Get it together, son. John says, I pull them off while they're still bleeding. I like mine medium rare, I guess. I don't like them too rare. Colleen likes the thing, like they say, just walk it through a hot kitchen. That's how she likes it. Yeah, Arthur Bryant's, man. That's such a good place. I just checked the mail and we've got the Google AdSense pin arrived, so look out. I'm official. Right on, buddy. Congratulations, Radio Jonesy. He's now a partner, a Google partner. I got something that they're saying AdSense, I did something wrong with the ads or something. I don't even know what they're talking about. I swear they make it difficult on purpose. I don't understand. I'm like, when am I supposed to get some of my Google dough? We've gotten one payment and now they're holding the next one because of something. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm using Revive Furniture as a sponsor, but they're not a paid sponsor. Yes, congratulations, Jonesy, to you. Nick P is here. Good morning, Nick. It's good to see you. Just checking the time. It's 55 minutes. It's 55 minutes past the hour of 8 p.m. in the Southern Hemisphere. Good evening to all of you folks in Australia and Tasmania, New Zealand. Good evening, mates. And good morning to the rest of you. It is 55 minutes past the hour of 6 a.m. here on the East Coast, the eastern side of the United States. And do you know where your cat is? I've been officially granted my tourist visa to Australia. Got all the documentation saved on my phone as a PDF in case they ask for it at the border for travel. I'm now ready to go. Nick, when do you leave? You're not going until 24, right? I haven't, but I have a friend that goes a couple of times a year. It's honestly, it's really good. I'm sure your friend says the same. Pops is here. Pops Fishing Adventure. Good morning to you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. I like your banner with the blue crab on it and that. Fantastic. Love it. Okay, yeah, May of 24 is when you go. Going to spend 10 days in Canada. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I fly from Vancouver to Australia. 10 days in Canada. That's a lot of time. Go see Rob. Go visit Rob. He'll cook you some dinner. John says, I know the other shows put a small notation in the upper left that it contains an ad. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. I have a Rumble account. Anybody else have a Rumble account? I got a few videos over there, and I'm thinking about taking my whole video library and slowly putting it over to Rumble. I'm planning on meeting up with some of our Canadian friends in Toronto before I board the train. Gotcha. That's going to be fun. Good for you. I designed it myself in stickers and poker chips too. Poker chips, that's awesome. Good idea. I love it. Yeah, that's great. I like it. I like it with the crest of arms and the blue crab. Fishing pole. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job on that. Do me a favor. Can you, Pops, email me your address, your mailing address at theastutetourist@gmail.com. I'd like to exchange stickers if we could. That would be great. Anybody, if you have stickers, I would love to get some stickers. I'll exchange stickers with you. I haven't got one sticker from all the channels that I visit with. I don't know. Am I doing something wrong? What did I do? I'm just kidding. But I would love to I would like to have a board behind us displaying all the stickers. Kind of like some of these folks with their RVs do. We've been to this state and that state and this state and that state. All right, so we got to get out of here. It's 59 minutes past 6 a.m. Don't forget PMA, positive mental attitude. PMA will definitely save your day. When I tell you I'm living proof that it works, just believe me. I'm here today as a result, or partly as a result. You emailed me earlier last week, and forgive me. I'll go back and look at it. But if you want to email me again, I'll look for it today. Yeah, believe me when I tell you I'm living proof that PMA works, because it really does. Give a shout out to our first responders and our veterans. Both of them are out there working selflessly 24 hours, 7 days a week to help keep us safe and protect our freedoms and our liberties. And love them, guys. Love them all. Thank a veteran. Thank a first responder. Last but not least, respect your flag. Whatever country of origin you're from, I respect mine. I love it. It's definitely worth more. It means more than the cloth it's printed on. It's an idea. It's the ideas that this country was built on. So respect your flag. Fly your flag. And if you see anybody disrespecting it, I would hope that you would do something about it. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. When I tell you that, please believe it. Please believe me that I love and I appreciate each and every one of you guys, because without you being here, my morning chats would be awfully boring. So I appreciate you guys. That's going to do it for me. Peace and love to everybody. I'm Jimmy, your astute tourist. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.